What's up, guys? Welcome to another Mixed Martial Idiots podcast. We're going to go through the absolute heartbreak. That was Israel Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer. And I felt like this is one of those cards where it happens like this, man, where if it's going so good and everybody you picked and everybody you want to see win is winning, then it gets to the main event. That main event guy's probably not going to win. It never comes together completely in fruition, but these guys are going to let us know how they felt. Then we're going to talk about Hanato Moicano and Chris Duncan next week. So let's get right into it, guys.
Yeah. Oh man, this was a great card. Great card. Probably candidate for card of the year already. 3 months in. I don't know what you guys think, but holy shit.
Oh, it was nice to watch it a whole recap on my couch in less than an hour.
Yeah, I told you that thing is nice. That little
Dude,
hour-long recap thing.
but all I did was go fight to fight. I didn't even watch that. I just watched
Oh
the whole
yeah,
fight, went to the next whole fight, went to the
yeah.
next whole fight. It was great. The tempo was up, like George was saying. It was right on. The first two fights of the night were, Tainara started it off by dominating Bruno Brazil. So it was kind of like, or is it going to be a grapple fest all night? Then Adrian Yanez and Ricky Simone go out there and say, no, we're not going to be boring. We're going to try to kill each other. It
hmm
just kept on snowballing. It was a great night for me.
The card ended at like 11.
Yeah.
Frank was still awake. Like perfect. All right, so we're talking about UFC Fight Night Adesanya versus Pyfer, which happened March 28th, Saturday in Seattle, Washington, at the Climate Pledge Arena. And as Will said, starting us out, Alexa Thainara just showing that that first time's in the past, and she whooped Bruna Brazil's ass for 3 straight rounds. This was at 115, and it was not. There was Bruna landed like 3 good shots the entire fight. One of them was a head kick that got caught and got her taken down and then pummeled.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was not a good night for Bruna. And I wonder if any of this is due to her coming in kind of late notice on this.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but Alexa Tainara was just on fire. So whatever
Yeah,
circumstances
yeah,
Bruna
she was.
Brazil had working against her, that was just icing on the cake, man. Tainara looked like she went in there ready from the first sound of the bell all the way through the end. And you could have put 3 10 8 rounds in this fight. Bruna Brazil is just she looks like a deer in the headlights in those grappling positions. And Tainara is not known to be a grappler. She's primarily a very heavy-handed striker. A bunch of Muay Thai fights before she got into MMA.
Mhm.
So if she's getting you down and she's dominating Bruno Brazil, who should have to change her last name, in my opinion, or at least move from where she lives, because goodness gracious. Then what are you guys going to do with her? You going to shoot on her? I don't think so. You going to stand in the pocket with her? That's probably not a good idea either.
Mm-mm.
That is a great win for Tainara.
Yeah, and to get that get back too, I'm sure that felt great, and to get it in such dominant fashion.
Yeah, there won't be a third.
No, George.
Um, this was a 13 fight, event, and it was sold out. 17,854 seat capacity sold out. The gate for ticket
Lucky,
sales,
lucky guys.
Uh,
$4.2 million is what was made last night in ticket sales. Um, we started things off like you guys said with Tainara and Bruna Brazil. Tainara, she didn't do as much of the barking and the demonstrative stuff that we're kind of like, man, that's kind of like, John Silva esque. We're kind of tired of it. She didn't do that. She just went out there like a Brazilian Terminator and walked her down and just beat the hell out of her. My only takeaway from that is if she goes up against a more elite striker that can stuff her grappling, you can't walk a head kick off and take one to the throat, which I don't know how she walked through that. Um,
all right, yeah. Check the head
uh,
kick.
yeah, stuff like that. But same thing, like Bruno Brazil, I don't know what she's doing, man. It seemed like she was sparring Like, she went in there and had no game plan whatsoever. And it's kind of like what happened later, with someone fighting off their back and continuing to just try to not really doing anything to get up, no sense of urgency. And the fight I'm referencing later, that dude paid the price because of that. But man, I don't know. I don't know what's next for Bruna Brazil, but whatever's next for Alexa Tainara, man, my God, that girl is a pit bull. And Jesus.
Well, like you said, it looked like she was sparring, and that might partly be due to the last minute replacement. Because Tainara was originally supposed to fight Stephanie Luciano, and Luciano withdrew from the fight. But I don't want to take anything away from Tainara because she looked really good in there, and she put it to Bruna Brazil. Let's talk about this next one. At 135, Ricky Simone and Adrian Yanez just went at it from the start, man. Ricky, had you not shaved that mullet, you might have won this.
Yeah.
He lost like 3% power at least shaving the mullet. And I think that's why it ended in a draw, a majority draw. I honestly, I agree with what you were alluding to a little bit earlier. Yanez won that fight. I'm a big Ricky fan. I picked Ricky to win. Yanez won that fight. This was not a draw. Not in my eyes. Not in, I don't think, anyone's eyes. Ricky was doing great. I mean, it was a close fight, but it should have been Yanez the victor. It shouldn't have been a draw.
Yeah. And Ricky Simone was doing Ricky Simone. He fights in your face. He wants to make it ugly. He wants to land big shots on you. I just think, his head corner is Alexander the Great Big Dork Hernandez. And if you have no brain trying to guide a guy, it's just going to be bad for him. So,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. George?
sorry, I was getting a text in here right in the middle of this. Adrian Yanez, sorry, George. Adrian Yanez was showing you how to anti-wrestle, how to keep the wrestler disengaged from your hips. He was moving laterally off that center line. Every time he was going away from Ricky's power hand, he was occupying his hands and throwing over the top of it. When he would switch and go to Ricky's non-dominant side, he was throwing his power. He was exchanging. He would let Ricky make the first move, defend, be a little bit more athletic, and throw back. And as soon as his butt hit the canvas, the mat is lava. He was up, scrambling, pushing the head away, finding a way up. And yeah, man, I don't know how, as the judges, these guys, right? Ricky Simone, and just by his mannerisms and what he's doing in the cages, he wants to get that on the floor, right? He wants to get him on the floor. So you see Adrian Yanez not hitting the canvas and piecing him up the whole time. The fighting's all about who implements their game plan better. Adrian Yanez implemented his game plan better. He should have won the fight.
Yeah, he should have. Adam said, "My bad, G." George?
This was, both guys look good, but neither one special. I think Yanez had the slick striking, and if you're going like they referenced during the fight, strictly by damage, Ricky wore that fight on his face. He looked like Nate Diaz hamburger meat by the end of it, and that was a finish. The bell literally saved him. Draws in the UFC are like pineapple on pizza. Some love it, other people think it's a crime against humanity. I am the latter.
Well, some love it because it's a plus 5,000 if you nail a draw. So, this is why people love it. So somebody out there probably made killer money.
I don't know who that person is. That person is a lucky person. If
very
you don't pick a draw with Ricky Simone and Adrian Yanez. What?
And as you pointed out, George, he was wearing the damage, and damage is a factor in scoring a fight.
Yeah, I mean, Paddy Pimblett won a whole fight from his back like that.
Yeah.
Because he blooded up Jared Gordon, and Jared Gordon won that fight. Sorry.
Yeah, I definitely think that if you would call that, I'd say the first round and a half for Ricky. But you can't discredit the fact that he was 2 seconds away from being TKO'd in a razor-thin decision like they're calling that. I mean, I don't know. That referee later on that fight, I talked about it too. That same guy, I think, was he calling that one? That was like, were you waiting for him to pull out a gun or a knife and literally kill this man in the
You talking
octagon
about
to
Keith
finish
Peter?
it? Yeah, dude, what the
Old
hell?
Pagaday Peterson. Yeah, it was funny hearing
Bro.
Dominic Cruz on the commentary during that later fight, talking about, man, I wish he had been this patient when I fought, and then saying, glad he learned.
Dude, he went to the Steve
Adam,
Mazzagatti school of refereeing.
yeah. Oh man, Adam commented on YouTube and said he wants overtime in the UFC for draws, and I think that is
Okay,
a great idea. Give us a.
there is a Karate Combat does that. They let the
Yes.
fans vote. They let the fans vote. Do we go to a sudden death? That's a great idea. I would love that.
It's a fantastic idea. Anytime, anytime refs can't decide and they think they're going to make it a draw, dude, give us a sudden death. We deserve it.
Are they contractually obligated to a set time limit and set constraints of their sponsors through Paramount?
Probably.
That would be the only thing.
Probably.
Well, and it's an athletic commission issue more than anything.
I was going to say that's probably the real issue is the athletic commission. They have their set rules with any combat sport. And I feel like I want to know how Karate Combat gets away with it.
It's exhibition.
Karate Combat's fun.
Oh, it's exhibition.
Essentially, it's exhibition fights. They don't go on their records. They have a Karate Combat record, but that doesn't transfer over to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if you compare the two, I think the UFC is like a fancy like restaurant suit and tie with like 3-4 course meals. Now is our appetizer, now is our main course. Karate Combat's like, we're doing jello shots. Come on, get your buddy in, man. He could fight. Fuck it.
He's right. Remember when they had the influencers fight and I was texting the group chat and I was like, I could fuck up both these guys. What is going on? And you're like, yeah, they don't fight. I was like, oh.
they're
like,
not
why
fighters.
are they here then? What are we doing?
Is the White House card going to be actually sanctioned? I know they were talking about having sanctioning issues. Is it, if it's not, Adam makes a point, we could get
oh my God,
overtime.
Could you imagine if Justin Gaethje and Topuria was that close at the end? That everybody was like,
then it's for sure going to
send them to a sixth. Yeah.
Oh my God, that would be wild. All right, let's move on. 205. Holy shit. Navo Sterling putting it on Bruno Lopez. Just beating him up. Gets the TKO in round 2 at 405. This was one of those where it was like, hey man, Navajo kept looking at the ref like, hey man, he's done. I'm beating him up. Can you stop this? It was man, reffing this whole week has been off. In the UFC, we had some rough reffing. And then in the PGF during Wednesday, we had some rough reffing. I'll get to that a little later. But yeah, reffing has been rough across the board. It's been inconsistently consistent.
Yes.
It's rough. What do you think about this Navajo Sterling?
Man, there was. So it was bittersweet for me. Obviously, we know Izzy lost. But in this fight, I saw prime Izzy through Navajo Sterling. How fast he was, the way he was defending the grappling. He refused to go down. He refused to be kept along the fence. He employed body shots, knees. His jab was active. He was flipping those kicks at him the entire time. Orthodox, and every time Bruno would evade, he would go southpaw and blitz him. I mean, I was watching a vanilla Izzy in that fight. Honestly, he looks like a vanilla Izzy. He looks just like him.
Oh, white chocolate Izzy.
He looks like white chocolate Izzy. And if he can move like that with his durability and obviously the bonus power at being 205 pounds, he is an absolute fucking unit. Like, that kid has zero fat on him. He weighed in at 204 pounds. He's still a young guy. He's still going to grow into that frame. I hope they don't try to put too much mass on him so that speed stays intact. Everything about Navajo Sterling I love. This is a great fight. And for me, a guy who hangs his hat on striking, and loves
can,
striking.
or
To see a
not,
person just
and just
pick
get surprise ready.
his shots, put his shots where they need to be, don't get greedy with anything. When Bruno's covered and shelled up top, he's beating up the legs and the body. It was just an absolute treat for me. I loved every minute of this fight.
Sorry, didn't mean to unmute there while I was talking to Lacey.
Oh, you're okay. You're okay.
George, what do you think
Uh,
of Navajo Sterling and Bruno
I
Lopez?
think Navajo Sterling is what we wanted Dan Hooker to be until all that stuff came out. I think he is,
Oh,
Dan Hooker 2.0. Bigger, better, faster. The
He's
technology
way bigger.
thereof. He lit him up, dude, like a Christmas tree. I think Lopez came into this fight thinking he was ready for a title shot, and he left looking like he needed an Uber to the hospital. I think Sterling's stock just super skyrocketed, and we talk about this all the time. We are in another transitional period in the UFC. It is kind of the changing of the guard. There are a lot of guys that are on their way out of the divisions that only have a few left, and it's a beautiful thing to see the new up and comers. And if they're this good, we're gonna have some hellacious fights for the next couple of years.
Yeah, we
But-
saw 2 people leave last night. We saw 2 people retire.
Also, Navajo Sterling, he gets to benefit from all those legendary fights that all those city kickboxing guys have had, and he gets to benefit from a newfound friendship with Alex Pereira and Israel
Mhm.
Adesanya, who are going to start training with Alex Pereira. If Navajo Sterling is not in Izzy and Pereira's back pocket the whole time, he's doing himself a disservice. And if you sent Navajo Sterling for one camp with Paulinho Cruz and Alex Pereira half and half with city kickboxing, I don't think there's a 205er on the roster who'd be able to fuck with him.
No.
Bro,
Oh man.
this next fight, I've been talking about it, how the women's division
king
needs
is here.
finishers, and they have come and they have finished this card. It was beautiful.
The king is here.
The ladies
King.
showed out.
King Casey O'Neill at 125 getting the knockout over Gabriela Fernandez in round 1. She made Fernandez pop, lock, and drop it up against the fence, man. She hit her so hard. She was squatting, air squatting, and then shut off and staring off into distance as she falls and fades. It was perfect, man. The only thing that I saw that didn't look that, and it didn't look bad, it just didn't look that, it didn't, like, Fernandez had a better kick than Casey. That was it. Outside of that, everything looked clean. She was picking shots. She was landing precisely. She is a problem.
Yeah, King Casey coming back from a 12-week trip to Bangtao Muay Thai before this fight. They were talking about that in the commentary. I heard that, and I just kind of zoomed in on what was going on. She was doing Muay Thai stuff where they do get kicked a lot because Muay Thai fighters don't cut angles. They stand right in front of each other and they bludgeon each other.
If you watch Fernandez, when Fernandez threw the kick, it was fast and hard.
Oh, no, it is good.
Casey's wasn't as fast or hard. That was all I mean by it. I mean, her kick
for
still
sure.
looked good. It was just to hear exactly what you said. I heard it too, and then I saw the kick exchange, and I was like, it's almost like Fernandez was training the Muay Thai,
Right.
But Casey's hands look great,
Yeah, I think a lot of those Muay Thai guys, I mean, look at Rod Tang. Rod Tang kicks a lot, but Rod Tang wants to kick you until you can't defend yourself anymore, and he kills you with his hands.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like Casey was playing that Rod Tang style game. Like, I'm just going to be right in your face. You're not going to get within punching range of me, because every time you get within punching range of me, I'm going to light you up. And we can just kick for a little while. And did that finish along the fence not look like Max Holloway unloading a clip on somebody until they fell lifeless? I was rowdy watching that. That was awesome. She could not miss. Fernandez she couldn't do anything about it. She ate 4 of those clean, and it was a house of cards after that. And the ladies showed out. The ladies showed up, showed out. She got they had the people on their feet and out of their seats, and this next fight put the people right back in them.
Yeah. George?
Oh man, she had a lot of drama, man. Layoff drama, a lot like what Macy Barber went through. Had kind of a really weird path. A lot of people telling her that she couldn't do it. The doc telling her that you don't need to fight anymore. And she told all those people to go to hell. I'm a fighter. And like you guys referenced, she went to Thailand where they do not F around. You can ask Coach Mo, and he'll tell you all about what happens in Thailand. My God, like you said, King Casey is back, and Gabriela Fernandez never saw that bus coming. Jesus. Had the 1,000-yard stare completely off. It was spooky. It was like the Joe Lozon crack
Oh.
on the guy where he just kind of like looks off into the distance, like what just happened?
Yes. Shut her off so hard she was just staring off into the void. It's bad. It was rough. but
Why
it
did
was
I
great
come
to
here?
watch. Yeah. Huh. That looks cool over there. That's
Yeah.
never good when you're fighting.
Is that whenever the screen pauses and you hear the narrator? You probably wondered how I got here.
Yeah, that's exactly what that was. Yeah. All right, next up, heavyweight. Tyrell Fortune gets the unanimous decision over Marcin Tybura after Marcin Tybura gets the unanimous decision over Tyrell Fortune. We had a weird incident here where Bruce Buffer misread the cards or something. Something got messed up, and they announced Marcin Tybura as the victor. Even though it was very obvious to everyone that watched the fight that Tyrell Fortune won it.
Oh,
It
you
came
read what
out-
I said in the group chat. I was pissed.
It came out guns a-blazing, man. Tyrell did great. Looked great. Just wasn't able to stop Tybura. He's got heavy hands. He was cracking him. He's got the wrestling. He was taking him down. He just couldn't stop Tybura. What did you think, Will?
I think Baby Boy's stepdaddy slapped the shit out of Marcin Tybura for 3 rounds.
Who's Baby Boy?
You ever seen that movie, Baby Boy? He's standing in the kitchen. You want some breakfast? That's what that dude
Yeah,
looks like.
he's talking about Ving Rhames just went out there
Ving
and handled
Rhames,
that.
yeah.
Oh,
Ving Rhames. That's MMA Ving Rhames, bro, right there. He looks like he's gonna whoop your ass in the octagon and then make you breakfast in the morning because he's with your
Yikes.
moms.
Yikes.
He's gonna take your moms home.
This was two big boys, man, throwing leather for 15 minutes. This was less of a fight and more of a heavyweight therapy session. This was lots of clinch hugs, lots of "you good, bro." Tybura's a legend, but Fortune's the future, and respect to Tybura because there are several other mortal men that would have checked out in that fight from getting cracked like that. That dude has a bucket of concrete for a head. I don't know that he just kept. I'm watching it. I'm like, this dude is cracking this guy like Kimbo sliced it back in the day. I mean, he's hitting the shit out of this dude. And he just keeps coming.
Fun fact, that was Tybura's 24th fight in the UFC.
Yeah, he's been around for a long time.
I believe he now has the most fights in the UFC. with
Damn.
that. Yeah.
More
doesn't
than
matter.
more than
Didn't
Jim
help him.
Miller.
I think so. I think Jim Miller just has the most.
Everything because he's 1,000.
Submissions.
He is MMA Jesus, bro.
Yeah, he had the most submissions, but I think he had like the most performance of the night. Oh no, Jim Miller's got way more than him in
He's
in the
1,000.
UFC.
Jim Miller is
why-
38 and 19.
Yeah, why did they say?
Maybe in
that
the
he
heavyweights, he's probably got the most.
I
of the
think yeah,
heavyweights.
probably in the heavyweights.
Because
and
they don't last long, bro. Even the good ones.
They
go
didn't have
somewhere else,
heavyweight
too.
on the thing when they said it, which I thought even
You
as
ever
it
heard of
happened,
Andre
I said to
Arlovski?
Lacey, that's weird.
It's not a
all right,
normal thing. Cancer can't kill him.
yeah.
He's
not a
tapped out
normal
cancer like 4 times.
All right. And yes, I'm aware of Jim Miller's fight record, but like his fights in UFC. All right.
It's a lot.
He has the most wins in the UFC. He has 27 and 45 fights in total, most in company history.
Yes. Crazy.
Fuck.
Running through the jungle.
And he lost to the guy that lost this next fight.
Oh
at
man,
155. That was his last fight. Lance Gibson Jr. gets a TKO victory over Chase Hooper. I thought it was an early stoppage. I don't know what you guys thought.
I
Like
thought it was too.
Chase is a jujitsu specialist who, when he gets hit, he will flop in hopes that you come at him so he can try to do something. His jujitsu is not reliant on motion, but motion helps him get better setups and get entries. So he was looking forward to Lance coming at him and started to roll with it when the ref jumped in, and he had a hold of the ref as he finished his roll through and realized that the ref had jumped in, and you see him shake his head because he's with it still. He just got fucking cracked and went down. Um, Lance looked great though. I mean, his striking looked good, dude. That was a great UFC debut for him. That fucking knee to the dome and the kick to the dome of Chase Hooper as Chase was getting up and going down. Rough. Um, yeah, looked good. Just rough reffing, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I when I watched it real speed, I thought it was good. I thought, okay, a ref's not gonna let a guy get fucking put out on a stretcher, and I really like that. And as a coach, I like that. I don't want to see my fighter get just turned into a fucking doornail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, so I saw that and I was like, that's cool. But Chase may have been there. You also have to look at that big elbow that came right before that knee that put Chase kind of on his butt. That
Hmm.
was a hard shot. Chase ran into that elbow
Well,
at
and that
100
that
miles an
head
hour.
kick as Chase was getting up too.
Yeah, rough. So I'm not gonna this ref. I'm gonna leave alone. I'm gonna leave alone for the sake of the extremes that go the other way all the time, and we're like, God damn it, that guy's fucked up for a long time from that. That was a hard stoppage to watch. So
Valid.
it's okay that we have one
Valid.
like this every once in a while.
It's not okay to me, but okay.
I want to
George,
see Chase fight again, man.
yeah, I enjoy watching Chase fight. I like his funky jujitsu, and his striking looked pretty decent, man. It looked like it
Kicked
was
him in the
evolving.
head.
Yeah, he was doing well to start off. George, what'd you think?
I think Chase the Dream Hooper was more like Chase the Nightmare Fuel. Um, yeah, I'm not going to advocate any betting on this man at all. I have no affiliation,
Yeah.
no hatred, no bias for or against. I
Ain't
will
Ambo.
say though, if you're going to continue to put your chin out there like Patty and get rocked like this, maybe, just maybe, you should go do the grappling thing with Mikey. Um, that's all I'm saying.
No, Chase is a man. He has a wife and kid now. He enjoys the punchy part of it. It makes it, better. It's a lot more difficult, and I think he enjoys the difficulty of trying to strangle a man while they can punch your head off. Although I don't think he enjoys getting kicked in the head or kneed in the head.
Mm-mm.
All right, another fight at 155. Next, we had Tafik Musayev getting the unanimous decision over Ignacio Bahamundes. And fight of the night, 100K to both these guys. Well deserved. Um, golly. the, something that pissed me off. This was a fight that really pissed me off. The refing. Um, Tafik tripoded up and then dropped all his weight down with his head and headbutted Ignacio, um, which was a pretty big deal. That was a fucking wild headbutt, and it happened right in front of the ref.
Right
Um,
after a blatant fence grab,
and I was just getting ready to touch on that.
he almost ripped the
Uh,
panel off.
Ignacio was going to take him down, and Tafik, with both hands, grabbed on to the cage. And the ref just said, "Don't grab the cage." Didn't smack his hands. Did nothing. That was fight altering. Ignacio would have gotten him down.
He rocked him first.
Yeah, that that shouldn't have ended that way. That should have been at least a point, or starting down. Something. That really fucked Ignacio. There was two blatant fouls back to back that really fucked Ignacio, and then the fight just changed after that. You could see the momentum shift, and Ignacio kind of annoyed me with his jujitsu on bottom. He does this thing where he goes K guard, start. He underhooks the leg in guard, and then he tilts to that side. Now with K guard, what you want to do is you want to bring your knee inside their legs and down to the ground. Ignacio is not doing that. He's not using this for K guard. He's using this as a triangle setup. And he jumps, so he switches his knee position and he'll jump the triangle this way now. And usually the person, and you saw Tafik do it in this, they'll pass that arm on the outside of the legs themselves to try and prepare for the K guard entry, and that's when he shoots it. The issue with that is you're trapping your own arm, and if they can shut down the triangle, you're trapping your arm for no fucking reason, and you're gonna get beat up, which is exactly what happened to Ignacio because he should have realized, hey, I can't hit this triangle. Maybe go for the full K guard or go to something else. Do something else.
He has a really good close guard in itself. So
Yeah, it's rough to watch that happen. What'd you think?
Yeah, man. I think the headbutt really affected him because, guys, the head is the hardest thing. All right, if you can slam your skull into someone's mouth or their head, it can be significant, and it absolutely was. I mean, who's the guy that used to? Mark Kerr used to just headbutt guys. He's like, now they took
Yeah.
headbutts out. Now I have to learn how to fight.
No,
Not
no,
Mark
no,
Kerr.
no. You're thinking of Mark Coleman.
Mark Coleman, right? Ignacio, he rocked Tafik. He was going to throw him on his face, and Ignacio's jiu-jitsu from the top is fucking nasty. His jiu-jitsu altogether is normally really good, but I think he was severely concussed. And if you don't take a point when the guy blatantly grabs the fence, I don't know what you can take a point for because Jesus Christ, you don't need to have a warning for that. Like Tanner said, that was fight altering. It's not like you're going to run into that situation again in that fight. You have to punish it right there. Like that was the situation. He was hurt. He was getting taken down. He stopped that. He stopped Ignacio's momentum. And I think mentally that does affect you as well with, like, hey, this guy has fucked me twice and this ref hasn't done anything about it. So I just think he was mentally broken in that aspect, but
and then
he's
physically
tough as nails, man. He's never going to go away. You have to absolutely put him out. And I just feel for Ignacio Bahamondes. I think he could have capitalized in that situation when he hurt that kid, and it would have been a big moment for him because it was a late notice fight. I feel bad for Ignacio more than anything.
Yeah, he got his wig split too, and proceeded to cover the canvas in blood. I mean, that was rough. George?
Yeah, everything you guys said summed up what I had on the take about it. I'm not going to say that Tafik is unskilled. Clearly, he is a savage with the ground and pound, as many of the wrestlers that come from that region are.
What
But
region is that?
I believe he is not from the Dagestani area, that part of
Azerbaijan.
Yes.
Over yonder.
He's Azerbaijani.
Way over there in the holler. He this fence grab issue has been more and more in the spotlight over the past couple cards. I don't know if they're going to change their gimmick that they've had for years, but maybe they need to look at adopting the pitched walls like karate combat.
Nobody will. I hate it. It needs to be adopted across the board. It's the best fucking way to have a fight, but nobody else will. The cage is too iconic. They can't.
But it is absolutely the best surf. There would be less injuries, and the grappling would be valued higher because you can't just sit on the wall. I want to
And
hit your legs.
you can't use the fence like George is
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, and how many people have adapted that as part of their escapability and their way to get
Oh
up
yeah.
from the ground is
Get
to
to the
get
wall?
to the
Oh,
fence
yeah.
and get up? Where, before you can't do that. I mean, that was never part of everyone's game plan. It's crazy. It's almost like a cheat, like seeing a rope break in professional wrestling is what it seems like. Like a guy will get you down. It's like, oh, I'm too close to over here.
Well, and vice versa as well, because a lot of grapplers need that fence to stop you, right? Get their body lock, get their underhooks, whatever. Or judo players, that fence helps them a lot to run people to the fence. You wouldn't have that. You would have to be able to shoot. You would have to change your wrestling game.
Yeah. I think the pit is the best. I think the cage is a show factor. I think that's
Absolutely.
really it. And I think getting rid of the cage would be a great idea, but it'll never happen. They'll never change it. It's too iconic and part of the UFC. You
Yep.
know,
You know who really likes the cage? Terrence McKinney.
Terrence McKinney loves that thing. Speaking of Terrence McKinney, he won the next fight at 55. We had 3 fights at 55 in a row. Terrence McKinney doing T-Rex things.
Yeah.
Coming out, guns ablazing, cracks Kyle Nelson immediately, throws a high kick, stumbles him, follows up on the ground. None of those shots landed on the ground. Kyle Nelson was covering up, but the appearance and how hard he cracked him, I don't have a real problem with this stoppage. Kyle wasn't doing anything to
He didn't dispute
try.
it either.
Yeah, he wasn't. He covered up and he was covering up well, but he wasn't doing anything to get out of that position. And it was only a matter of time before Terrence McKinney started picking shots and landing brutal ones.
Yeah.
24 seconds though is all that took.
Yeah, Cassie actually made a good observation that I didn't catch while Terrence was talking to Kyle Nelson. Um, Kyle Nelson had two folded cheeks right under his eyes, and I think that Terrence broke his nose with the 1-2 before the head kick. So
Oh,
he jabbed him, he slipped, then he landed a 1-2 and then threw the head kick, which dropped Kyle Nelson. And if you watch that 2 get through there, he puts it right on the tippy tip of Kyle Nelson's nose.
who else broke their
And
nose? Fernandez. I think Casey O'Neill broke Fernandez's nose.
I believe it. But yeah, I think that's what happened. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever broken your nose, but oh my fucking goodness,
Hmm.
that's so painful. Like anything touching your face just feels like it's absolutely on fire. Kyle Nelson shelled up even for the head kick. It didn't get through to hit him at all. It took him off his feet. And when he got down there, like Tanner said, he just covered up. He's like, nah, man, my face is broken. I'm going
Everything
to go
hurts.
ahead and get the fuck out of
Please
here.
stop hitting me.
Mm-hmm.
George, how much did you really enjoy T-Rex?
Oh man, this is the casual's dream. If you want to get someone to be like, nah, man, that MMA stuff is crap. This is, blah blah whatever. If you want to get them on board, just show them like 5 of Terrence's last fights. It'll take like 5 minutes. Bro, it's crazy.
Facts.
Some people just have that God-given ability that can just absolutely destroy with a striking, and this dude has them. Perhaps you can give him Paul Daly's nickname. Maybe this is Semtex. Maybe this is C4. Because holy cow, bro.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing about T-Rex is he's going to go 100% from the rip.
Yep. From the
You
starting
can you
gun.
can guarantee that. I think in his pro career he's made it out of the first round like 5 times. Let's
You know, it
see.
would be a really fun fight. Dan Hooker and Terrence McKinney.
Are you trying to
He's
see
going to beat the alternative
4
lifestyle
times?
out of that man. Why would you do that?
Whoa. Oh my god.
Whoa.
He's going to beat the LG Q HD TV.
HDTV.
advocate out of him.
Anyway, moving on.
That was our first
Yeah.
bout on the main card. Our second bout on the main card, at 185, Yasuri Belgori getting the TK over Mansur Abdul Malik. Saw that one coming. Yasuri's a fucking problem. Knocked him out in round 3 minutes and 39 seconds in. And if you watch this fight, it could have been stopped at any point. Yasuri was just battering Mansur for 3 rounds. I mean, this was one-way traffic.
I saw this
As
matchup and I
expected.
thought, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, what? That's Poetan's fucking main sparring partner right there. He fought Poetan, what, twice in Glory? And beat
2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
him once.
he beat him once, and then Poetan did Poetan to him the other time. But
Yeah, he fought him 3 times. He also fought fucking Izzy.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
How well did he do
lost.
against Izzy?
He had a split decision and a unanimous decision loss.
But Yasuri is absolutely the cream of the crop when it comes to striking. He's one of those guys. He's long, he's rangy. He uses his length different than Poetan uses it. Poetan likes to throw that cross, hop his little feet in, and then throw that big hook and put you out. Yasuri keeps you at the end. He does do a lot of clinching. He is super fun to watch. We're gonna see him at when Poetan's done. Yasuri's gonna go to 205. I don't think the man can keep making middleweight. He's so fucking massive.
Dude, he looks so big in there.
And I think if we could get Yasuri and Navajo Sterling at 205.
You want to see a murder.
I want to see something cool. That's for sure.
Okay. George?
I believe this is the fight that I was talking about where I was like, why hasn't the ref stopped this? He's just waiting for him to literally kill this man before he's going to stop it. I was literally thinking of the guy, the religious guy. Oh, my brother.
Brother.
When he's already beat
pulled
down.
Over.
Dude, it's so bad. And can we talk about how ginormous both these men are? DC went in there and he looks small compared to Poetan and that.
Well, DC is like a 5'9" heavyweight, so.
But I'm just saying, it's still
heavyweight.
that's crazy, and DC be eating now. So
yeah, DC is probably past that heavyweight limit actually.
Man, a little preview. Seeing how ginormous Alex Pereira is and jacked. I think Cyril's gonna be gone with the wind on that fight. I'm calling that.
He is so nasty. Did you see the UFC PI? Yasuri gets off the scale, Poetan gets on the scale, and it's 247 fucking pounds of yoked.
Oh my gosh.
247, Tanner.
Well,
247.
God is like 280. He cuts to 265.
I'll give you that, but that power is going to transfer is what I'm saying. What's Gon going to do? Take him down? No.
Gon is big, but you know it's not big. His legs. He got them little chicken legs, and Poetan's going to hit him with one of them ball-peen hammer leg kicks, and he's going to be like, ugh.
I cannot wait. You know, that's
you
how you beat a guy
ballerina
like that.
out of that. You take away his mobility, then what's he got? Going to stand there and get hit.
Yep.
All right. Let's move on to 45. 145. Laren Douglas beating up juicy Julian Erosa. Golly, man. Round 1, 3 minutes, 33 seconds in. That was rough.
There ain't no more juice in there. He juiced him.
He juiced him. He got all the juice out of the.
There's no moss juice.
Good googly moogly. Yeah.
It was a waiting to happen. It was a ticking time bomb. As soon as you saw Douglas hit him the first time, Julian Erosa said, "What the fuck was that?" Julian Erosa kept the pressure because he's a dog, but Douglas was chucking those uppercuts in the clinch. He was throwing the right hand over the top of Julian's guard, and dude could not miss. He looks like the second coming of Adriano Martins, which is terrifying.
Adam commented about Gon said that he's a genetic freak, and asked what we do when Gon fingers Alex Pereira's brain with them eye pokes.
I mean, that's likely, but here's the
He's,
thing.
he's gonna wave
Potan's
the
not
ref
gonna,
off, and then he's
yeah,
gonna
just
knock
like
him
he did
out.
when he got kicked in the nuts. He's gonna be like, hold on,
Yeah.
ha
Hey,
kaka, and it'll be over with.
move. I got this, and then we're
He's
gonna
gonna
see this.
kick Gon's lead leg off, and then when Gon can't run around anymore, it's gonna be bad news bears.
He's absolutely gonna kick his leg off. I just hope that Gon doesn't learn how to send one straight down the pipe and and eat a leg kick. All right.
I think what'll happen is after he finishes Gon, then he's gonna give Gon's partner the Tracy Cortez treatment. There'll be an Instagram post, and then 2 days later, I'm training. That will be a victory dance.
Oh no. George, did we already get your take on Julian Erosa getting murdered?
Yeah. Like you said, he got juice. I don't know.
Douglas got the
Scary.
squeeze.
Go lay down.
Yes. All right. Next up at 170, Michael Chiesa beating out Nico Price in a minute and 3 seconds, cracking him, strangling him. Not much more you can say. Maverick doing great in his last fight. Chiesa had planned this retirement, and so the UFC did a great retirement video and thing for him. Nico Price did not plan his retirement and retired after the fight, and it felt kind of sad that they didn't give him any mic time either, and they didn't do anything for him. Understandably, they didn't do anything for him. He retired on the spot. You can't really plan a video and make a video on the spot like that.
Right, and they
but
only have so much airtime, and they're planning to show the video for Chiesa. It's a tough spot for both parties.
yeah, it just sucks. They could have given him, hey, you got like 5 minutes here.
Yeah, say some stuff, or
Yeah.
at least at the end, bring him on for the post show.
Yeah.
Because God damn it, that's streaming. We don't have to worry about. You can just have him on, like,
and it's not like Nico Price hasn't given us amazing fights.
oh yeah,
He has 21 fights in the UFC, and every single one of them has been fun.
yeah,
Every
yep.
single
The
one.
up kick to James Vick. Are you serious? Wow.
Yeah, man, rough. Sucked to watch, but it was great to watch, but sucked to see.
Yeah, dude, how good did Michael Chiesa look? Like physically,
Great.
not with the fighting. When he
Great.
walked in that cage, I was like, this is the best Michael Chiesa I have ever seen. Like
Also,
aesthetically,
super cool to see him on this card and Terrence McKinney on the same card because he was
yeah, and they
Terrence
both
McKinney's
won.
wrestling coach in high school.
Yeah. Yep. And yeah, they both brought it home. It took them a total of 1 minute and 30 seconds to both win their fights.
That is crazy.
Those boys were drunk after. Chiesa was talking about, I haven't had a drink for this whole camp. He said, when I go out there and win, we're going to party. And McKinney was talking about painting the town red after. So, those two linked up, and it was a wild night in Washington. And you love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. George?
Yeah, that is what I talk about whenever someone is a tactician on the ground. Whenever they finish it, whenever it isn't 25 minutes, 15 minutes of trying to get it to just hold them down. And Mike Chiesa's whole career has been that he has used his striking to set up the submissions, and it was beautiful.
Somebody else did that in the next fight.
Yeah, dude, that was beautiful. He got choked out faster than someone's OnlyFans subscription. It was wild, and you love to see it.
All right.
Damn.
Let's move on to our co-main event. Alexa Grasso getting it done. Big old cross right on Macy Barber's chin in round 1, 2 minutes 42 seconds in, puts her down, and then delivers a big hook Macy like spins around and is facing away from her and sitting down. Delivers a giant hook upside the head and then rips that fucking rear naked choke.
Are you talking about this right here?
What we got? What we got? What we got?
We
Where's it
can't
at?
see your
Where's it at?
background.
Oh,
I can't see him at all.
okay. Yeah, my background is literally that.
Oh, there it is.
It's her laying on her back and
Yes.
Alexa Grasso standing over her.
Boy, I tell you what, that ripping that rear naked choke. Oh my god, that's what you want to see out of your fight. I mean, it was unnecessary, 100%. Barbara was out. She was staring off into space.
Super
She was gone,
necessary.
but super necessary at the same
Yeah.
time.
In the win column where it says method, it says KO or submission. For this fight, it should just say yes.
Oh,
Victory.
yeah, she killed her, and
How?
then she
Yes.
was gonna kill her again.
But for me, it wasn't just the cross, because if you pay attention for a minute and 30 seconds of that fight, Alexa Grasso was standing orthodox.
Mhm.
She was standing orthodox to Macy Barber's southpaw, thus creating an open stance situation. When she shifted over and went southpaw, that's when Macy blitzed, and Macy didn't see it coming at all because Alexa was orthodox the whole time. She didn't see the stance switch. She blitzed and literally sprinted into Alexa Grasso's perfectly thrown straight left hand. Hey, guys out there that want to knock people out, watch this clip. She didn't throw that looping. She didn't throw it like a hook. She didn't throw an overhand. It went straight from chin to chin. It was beautiful. Spun her around, like Tanner said, hooked her and strangled her. Dude, that is exactly what your coach wants to see. He doesn't want to see you get back, fumble, find the choke, whatever. No, we're strangling her before we got the hooks in.
Uh-huh.
And Macy was fucking checked out. And people are saying Macy was being dramatic. Guys, let me knock you out and then take all the blood from your brain thereafter. You're going to lay there for a second, okay? That was her putting on a show. She's one of the toughest people, not just women, toughest humans on the face of the earth. She wasn't playing up to shit. Alexa Grasso sniped her and then strangled her.
She got
That's exactly
punched
what it
out of her
was.
body twice and then strangled.
Yeah,
She wasn't that. She was in another dimension.
right. She was struggling to get back.
Yeah, she was trying to claw her way back from Namek. All right.
Mhm.
George, tell us how beautiful this was and how much it made you happy.
Oh, I loved it. This was elation for me because there's been a whole lot of talking heads in the X sphere and social media, and she name checked somebody who actually had to put her in her place and say, "Hey, by the way, I had 7 professional fights and was already a world champion before your game breaker came in to change women's MMA." Just saying.
Go down.
Yeah, what do they say? Great pride coming for a great fall. Macy was really believing her own hype, and I said it last week when we were previewing this card when I saw she was an underdog. Grasso, that is, that Alexa Grasso has fought way more competition, better fighters, and been dominant. And for her to be an underdog in this, are they thinking that she's done? Because I knew she wasn't done. She came in talking trash like she was the queen, and Alexa reminded her the throne's still occupied. That left hand was so clean it needs its own Netflix special. This is a statement win. Grasso, I don't think she ever left the title picture, but there is no debate now. And Lord have mercy on her next opponent because they're going to need it.
Yeah, 100K to Grasso for that. Well deserved.
Yeah.
Macy Barber was on a 7-fight win streak going into this. And
she absolutely chinned her, bro.
yeah.
You don't see that in the women's divisions often.
You don't see that kind of a clean shutdown often, period, let alone women's division. It was great to see. Grasso has hands, man.
There's just levels to this, and she's not at that level. And
not there yet.
I knew that going into it.
Yeah, I think we all did. Will wasn't able to join us last week for
I was screaming Grasso from the mountaintops, bro. Like, what are we doing?
I'm surprised as the fight was getting ready to start, I told Lacey, I was like, Will's a Barber fan. I bet he's rooting for Barber. And
I mean, I was rooting for her. Yes, I am a fan of hers, but I mean, like I say, all the time when we make picks, I don't fence sit. If I think the better athlete's going to win, then that's who I'm picking. And I all day long, Alexa Grasso. She has better tools.
I didn't do that for this whole card. Look, I picked Ricky Simone. All right.
Uh,
Purely off of the mullet. Okay.
yeah.
That's my twin. All right. All right. Moving off of our co-main and onto our main event at 185, Joe Pyfer getting the comeback victory, getting the round 2 TKO over Israel Adesanya, got to his back, got him flattened out. Well, got to mount, and Izzy gave Izzy the dilemma multiple times. Izzy gave up his back, defended the back, went back to mount, and then had to give up his back again. And once he gave up his back again, he didn't build a base. And so he gave up his back flattened out. And that's a horrible idea in MMA because you can just get battered to oblivion. That's a horrible idea in general. But in MMA, you can get battered to oblivion. And that's what happened. Joe Pyfer left him lying in a pool of his own blood, which was rough to see. Izzy was doing great though.
Yeah.
He was looking like the old Izzy. And then I don't know if you noticed this, but like right before Pyfer took over, it was like Izzy just stopped and just started staring. Where he started taking pictures again. And then Joe just took over. I don't know, it was kind of rough to see.
Yeah, I saw in the first round, I was like, Izzy's going to run away with this. Like, Izzy's starting to cook. He landed that knee, that blitz knee. He was stance switching. He was styling on him, just like his nickname suggests, man. Halfway through that second round, Joe landed a big shot to him. And, man, Izzy he's a skinny guy, but he's not a little guy. And he's been cutting that weight for a long time, and he's getting older now. So your durability doesn't stick around like that. Look at what's happened with Whitaker, right? As much as we love Robert Whitaker. These guys go through these wars. Look at the people that Izzy's fought. Like, he's fought the who's who of MMA. Everyone. And he's done really well. I think out of he's got 100+ career wins in combat sports. It's just ridiculous. He had, between kickboxing, boxing, and MMA, his record is up there with the top of the top. I mean, he is a legend of the fight game, an absolute legend of the fight game. And Joe Pyfer, I don't know if you guys know this, has been training with Nick Rodriguez for this entire camp. So, yeah, Nicky Rod was not in his corner, but he was in the fan section with the rest of the guys from Pyfer's team. Pyfer took Izzy absolutely serious. This wasn't Pyfer going out there thinking that he's just going to put one on Izzy's chin and walk away with it. I really respect the approach that Pyfer took in this fight because if you're him, that's what you had to do. And if you're built like him and you're friends with Nick Rodriguez and you're already pretty decent at grappling, yeah, man, let's grapple this whole camp. Let's hold positions. Let's hold a person down in a spot where they can't escape, especially if it's a guy like Izzy. If Joe and Izzy kickbox, Izzy styles on him. But an MMA fight, Joe Pyfer's a bad man to have swinging on you.
Yeah, Joe made it obvious from the start of the first round that he was looking to grapple. We weren't even a minute in. He was looking to get a takedown.
Yep.
Yep. George?
Izzy's now on a 4-fight skid. The style bender style got bent, folded, and put in the trunk. 4 straight losses, that's not a slump. That's a cry for a new training camp or a vacation in Bali. Izzy's one of the greatest to ever do it, but Father Time and young hungry dogs like Pyfer do not care about your legacy. Pyfer, body bags, just body bagged a legend in his second main event. 4-fight win streak, top 5 middleweight incoming, and he's got that dog plus a God-fearing mentality. His post-fight dropped some heavy personal stuff about almost taking his own life weeks ago. Massive respect for the mental health honesty. This win wasn't just a W; it was a rebirth. And I gotta say, overall, this card was an A plus. This is already card of the year contender, and it wasn't even a numbered event. I don't know what the rest of this year has for us, but I will say I don't think next week is going to rival this card.
It's got some gunsling. It's all gunslingers.
It might. It very well might. It's gonna be fun. I don't know. Yeah,
The return
that's a.
of the groovy
I'm glad you pointed that
Lando
out.
Venata.
Joe Pyfer, talking about his mental health issues and finding God. Man, like clear-minded Joe Pyfer problem. We got
Who's
some.
next on his list? Is it
I don't know.
Dricus? Is it Strickland?
I would say it's like a break with that 100K he just won.
Hernandez.
Hernandez probably. That is a good one. Although we got to see what happens with Strickland Chimaev.
They're not
as
going to
well.
give him a title fight. You know what I mean? It'd be Imavov, if anything.
Imavov. Yeah, poor Imavov.
No, I think Imavov beats him up.
No, I'm saying poor Imavov.
Yeah, he should be fighting for
over.
that strap, right?
Yeah. All right. Let's end this. This was the fight night recap for Adesanya and Pyfer. Imavov should fight Chimaev. He's the one that should have fought Chimaev.
Yeah.
Before we move on to our preview for next week, I want to talk about a couple things that happened. I want to talk about the PGF. We had a great showing on Wednesday of the PGF where let's see. I'm seeing if I can't pull up the recap stuff. I don't think I can.
No more wheezing the juice.
Man, they changed the site around on the PGF from last week to now, and I can't. They changed it so much that it's not. I can't see the matches that already happened and the outcome. Right? Yeah. I can see the matches that happened. It doesn't show me the outcome, which is really dumb. But I remember most of the outcomes, and I remember the things I want to talk about. Almost the last fight of the night on the PGF card, we had Chewy Magana, a relatively new guy, unknown, taking on Elijah Carlton, who is a very well-known guy. And Elijah entered into a leg entanglement in his traditional way, the way he normally does. And Chewy Magana got him with a straight ankle lock. It was crazy. It was under a minute. It was wild to see. Chewy Magana did the straight ankle lock different than traditional, though. Instead of his forearm going on the Achilles, he went on the front of the ankle. I don't know. Tried it out Saturday, or Saturday. Fucking sucks. So I get it. It's wild. Outside of that, we got to see Kyle Chambers in there. We got to see Sean Melanson get screwed over by the refs multiple times. So at one point, he was going up against Kevin Beering, and he had Kevin Beering. I believe this was the one where he had Kevin Beering in a submission, and the ref shoved him off the submission and started him back standing. I don't like the layout they have. I'll talk about that in a second. At another point, Sean Melanson had a double leg and had the guy in the air. And this was Kevin Beering as well, I believe. And Beering grabbed a guillotine on him while he was in the air. And as you know, and I know, if I'm controlling your legs and they're in the air, and you grab a guillotine on me, I don't give a fuck about your guillotine. It's not effective because I get to decide what side your legs go on my body. And that can shut down the guillotine and also give me a Von Flu. Um, but that happened and the refs stopped them. Well, if Melanson has him in the air, shouldn't we just kind of start? I mean, we could start in the guillotine on the ground, but Melanson picks the side his body goes to, you know? Uh, Instead, they started him in the guillotine standing in kind of just like a front headlock guillotine position, which was not a great spot to start. Uh, it was a real rough look. There was a couple other incidences like this. So there was another exact same scenario where they stopped it as the guy was double legging and the other guy was guillotining, and they just started them standing, which would have been a way better alternative than getting started in a guillotine that you were already properly defending.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Speaking of jiu-jitsu, though, one of our teammates won a match via decision in Who's Number One over the weekend. Dan Davey. That's his
Yes.
second win in Who's Number One.
Hold on. Give me.
Daniel B. Davey, he is a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He currently trains at Gracie Humada in Missouri. He is a Rhinos OG, even before Tanner and I. The guy is an absolute fucking machine. He's like a Rasta white boy look, but he's got a darce that you'll never get out of, and he's starting to understand the leg entanglement, which means I'll never fucking beat him again.
Great. I'll play footsie with him next time. Yeah, Dan did great. So Dan won Who's Number One, and then James Ford. Shout out to James Ford. He did a wrestling competition. Let me see if I can't get this right. He did World Team Trials in Puerto Rico, and he won that, which is awesome. And then he stated that he is planning to do the Pan Ams in May for wrestling, and then in August, Central American and Caribbean Games, and then October, the Senior World Championships.
Damn.
So, shout out to James. Hope you do it. Hope you fucking kill. While we're talking about people competing outside, our very own Wilmer Balderrama had a dub last night against a drunk guy.
Hey. Yeah, I went 1-0, but you know what, guys? If someone asks you politely to go home, don't swing on them. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, not a good idea.
Just don't swing on them.
All right. I want to talk about RAF before we move on to our preview. RAF 7 happened last night at the same time / after the UFC, and it was the short-awaited rematch of Armin Sarukian and Giorgio Polas, the Take Me Down Yet $1,000 guy. Spoiler alert, Armin Sarukian took him down again. But we had some great matches on this. Pat Downey got tech falled.
Oh my God.
12-0.
By who?
By round 2. Trent Hidley.
Whoever that guy is good.
He's a bad motherfucker. He's a relatively young guy. He's like 26. 4-time ACC conference champ, NCAA Division I runner-up twice, and then he won Worlds in 2025.
Pat Downey just be out here wrestling people.
Yeah. Jason Nolf won by tech fall in 1:54.
Jesus Christ. Who did he wrestle? A 14-year-old?
Yeah. No, David Mistulov.
Poor guy.
Bo Bassett won by tech fall against a
excuse me,
Olympic gold medalist.
Oh my gosh.
Vladimir, I don't even want to try to say his last name.
I saw that. I did see that.
Yeah, Bo was getting a little cheeky, throwing them collar ties and clubbing. And Vladimir, the ref blew the whistle to like stop it and warn him. And Vladimir grabbed him by the back of the neck. Was like, "Hey, buddy, slow it down." And then Bo was like, "Cool." After that. Wyatt Hendrickson won. Decision 6-2 over Trent Hilger. And then Lacey's new favorite woman wrestler won. Kennedy Blades. She tech-falled Milana Dudieva.
Oh,
Kyle Snyder got the rematch victory over Ahmed Tazudanov.
love that guy.
It was a 3-3 match, but due to the stipulations in RAF, whoever scores last wins if it's
I
tied
hope
up
they didn't
like
give him his winnings in cash.
Kyle Snyder.
Yeah,
I am a big Kyle Snyder fan, so I was
me
really
too.
happy to
I
see him
love Kyle Snyder,
get
dude.
the victory back. Yeah, because he's lost to Ahmed twice, I believe, at the world level. And then Kyle Dake defended his belt against Parker Kiexon, 7-1.
Well, that made Gip happy.
Yeah, I know it did. I know it did.
That's Gip's hero, bro.
It's his favorite. Colby Covington beat Dylan Dennis via tech fall.
Can't stand him, but super happy that that's how that went.
14-4.
Fuck
Dylan
Dylan
Dennis got
Dennis.
a takedown. It was wild. And then he got fucking ragdolled after that. So all the Americans won up to this point, and then Armin Sarukian beat out Giorgio to stop the American sweep. Yeah, Armin.
What was the score on the Armin match?
9-3. So Armin got push out. He got near fall, and he got takedown. And then Giorgio got a takedown. And yeah, it was a good one. I mean, most of the action happened in the last round. It was 2-0 going into the third. Armin was up 2-0. And those were like passivity points. So Giorgio got warned and then got put on the clock and then lost points due to passivity.
Oh,
And then it all went in the third. They were like, "Fuck it, we're going." Armin has that nasty like Darce setup or cement mixer, as they call it in wrestling. Dude, it looks so good. And Giorgio tried to shut it down and was doing well to shut it down. And then in the third, when Armin got his takedown, that's how he got it. He got that. He threatened the tip on it and then instead passed it off and used it to go to his back. Giorgio stood up. Armin had his waist and suplexed the shit out of him.
yeah, I saw that.
And then Giorgio, like a man, afterwards gave Armin the 10K that they had bet on this. And Armin said he's giving it to some sick kid. So
yeah,
cool
I saw
to
that, dude. Armin is like the coolest douche you've ever seen.
Yeah,
like the coolest rich kid douche in the world. Like he is a nice guy. He really is. Here's what I loved about it. In the presser when Giorgio was talking all that shit, he's like, "Hey, you can whatever talk about me. That's cool. But this is a sport and whatever. You're not going to talk about my friends. You're not going to talk about my family." He stood up for Nina Drama. And, that shows fucking character. So I can't shit on Armin.
Yeah.
He's also a tank.
He is an absolute tank. And to watch him grapple with Chimaev was terrifying.
Jeez.
They announced the next RAF, and the main event for it is Henry Cejudo and Merab Dvalishvili.
Get out of town.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Guess who we're going to get to watch get murdered in tech fall?
Oh, you think so, huh?
Uriah Faber.
Oh, yeah.
They're putting up against Caden Henshaw.
No.
I know. Why? Why are they doing that to my boy?
Uriah's like, I could beat him. He needs better training partners to be like, no,
he
you
needs
can't.
better people around him.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to tell him.
Don't do that.
Yeah, no. But that'll be April 18th. So All right. Let's move on to next weekend. UFC Fight Night Moicano versus Duncan.
Man,
Saturday, April 4th, 2026, 5 p.m. Eastern start time for the prelims. This is in Vegas at the Apex Center.
Yep.
We've got 12 bouts for this fight. We've got 3 fights that were canceled or fizzled out. But let's
I think
see.
it's going to be a great card, honestly. There's
Yeah,
only 3 people in here that are proficient in wrestling on this card, so it shouldn't be a boring one.
proficient in wrestling, he says.
Fiona
Okay.
Janjadova, right? Because she can wrestle her ass off.
Trayshawn Gore.
Haley Cowan. Trayshawn doesn't wrestle. He won't wrestle, and he's going to get knocked out.
He is proficient in wrestling, though.
Okay, all right. That's fine. He's not going to do it, though.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong. He is
No.
proficient in it.
No, that's fair. You can have that. And Chris Duncan. Well, I guess Moicano and Duncan can both wrestle really well.
Yeah, but that's going to be a fun fight.
That's going to be fun.
All right, let's get started on this. Starting us off, we have Dione Barbosa taking on Melissa Gatto. Gatto's unranked while Barbosa's ranked number 16. Barbosa's 2-2 in the UFC. Gatto is 3-2 in the UFC. Gatto's. I'm going Barbosa.
I didn't know. I was on the fence at first, but I just don't think Gatto could deal with Barbosa's hands and her pressure. Barbosa gets a little ahead of herself when she gets beat, right? And I don't think she will. I don't think Gatto's got the athletic ability or the type of game that's going to beat Dione. So give me Dione Barbosa by finish, probably.
Yeah. Okay. George? You're muted, bud.
It's because he's in Speranza.
I don't know what that
Still
means.
muted.
He's shaking his head like he's not muted, but he's still muted. No. George, are you not figuring this out? Brother.
I can't hear you, buddy.
He said, I ain't talked in a while. I don't know what happened. They was talking about their gay wrestling stuff.
Footsies in the wrestling. I see his little icons moving around.
Their cuddle stuff. I can see him moving around, but I can't hear him.
I don't know.
Well, George, we're gonna move on, and once you figure it out,
pipe on in, big dog.
Pipe on in, and you can cover your picks for these as well if you would like. At 185, that was at 125. I don't know if I said that. At 185, we have Azamat Batoyev taking on Trayshawn Gore, and I'm going Azamat all the way on this.
Yeah, 100%, dude. I think he's just more complete all the way around. Even if Trayshawn tries to wrestle him, I don't think he can keep up with Azamat. Azamat's one of those fucking Russian absolute dogs with the grappling, the positional dominance, and he's a very good striker, big power too. I think it's a long night for Trayshawn if Trayshawn makes it through the 3 rounds.
Azamat's also a minus 550 favorite.
Who's the favorite in this next fight? Because I think Cowan's gonna get her, dude.
It's near even, but it's leaning towards Alice Pereira. Yeah, Pereira's, she's good, but she's not her brother.
That's not Alex Pereira's sister.
That's not? No. His is Eileen, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Still nothing, George.
Okay.
And Haley Cowan can fucking grapple.
Yes, she can.
We have not seen Alice Pereira do anything off her back. She's a pretty good striker. She's the Brazilian girl that was the young sensation before the Hispanic girl came into the UFC.
Yeah.
She's a really good striker. She's an absolute dog, but her gas tank's not very good and her wrestling's not very good.
I'm going to go with her over Haley Cowan.
Uh, yeah, you make me second guess because it depends on what Haley Cowan shows up. If the Olympian Haley Cowan shows up,
Yeah.
then Pereira's in trouble. But if the Cowan, who's not really sure how to close distance, shows up, then Pereira might be able to pick her apart. But I'm not going to fence it. I'm going with Haley Cowan.
Hey.
Okay.
There he
Hey,
is.
there he is. All right, George, would you like to run through your first three picks?
Barbosa,
Unanimous.
Osbot, and yeah, Cowan.
Ooh, the first two are unanimous.
All
Lock
right,
those
all
ones
right.
in, fans.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Next up at 55, we have Landau Venata taking on Darius Flowers. I'm going Venata. I love Landau. I like me some groovy.
I don't like to do it to pick via fandom, but I'm going to do it too. Lando Venata, when I started watching Lando Venata, I didn't just like watch his highlights. Dude, I fell in deep. Like I watch his social media, I watch his footwork breakdowns, I watch his striking. Yeah, he's a hands down guy. He slips a lot, he grooves a lot, if you will. His name is Groovy Lando Venata. And he's going to go in there, but we haven't seen him in a long time. Hopefully we get vintage Lando and he goes in, dances around Flowers and pieces him up and doesn't get taken down. Although he does have pretty good jiu-jitsu. Darius Flowers has outstanding jiu-jitsu and good wrestling, hence the Gracie jiu-jitsu tattoo right in the center of his chest,
Yeah.
right in the middle of it.
Right here.
But yeah, dude, I'm going Lando because I want him to take the roof off the place. I believe he can take the roof off the place, and I'm just a massive Lando fan.
Okay. George?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lando too.
Ooh, another unanimous across the board. I'm curious about this next one.
Flyweight Don Fry. Look at that dude.
Yes. At 125, we have Alessandro Costa taking on Stuart Nicole. So far, we have not seen anything good out of Stuart in his first two UFC appearances. At least out of Alessandro, we've seen some wins. He's 2-3. I got to go with Alessandro on this one.
Yeah, I think he's going to take Stewart's head off, man. I don't think this is a good matchup for Stewart. And I don't think Stewart can hang with that type of power that Costa puts on people. So I'm going as well.
Yeah, expect at least a whole bunch of leg kick scrambles and probably one how did he survive that moment in a flyweight scrap. But I'm gonna go with Costa too.
Okay.
Either we're all going to have a terrible night or somebody's going to make some money.
Yeah. All right. Next up at heavyweight, Thomas Peterson taking on Guilherme.
I had a Pyfer, and a Grasso for a double pick with about $60 on it. 'Twas a good night.
Do you not have Robert Ruchala and Jose Delgado or Delano?
I have that as the start of the main. This is the featured prelim.
Okay, gotcha. I'm on UFC's website and they have them co-main of the prelims.
Co-main?
Well, I mean, second to last on the prelims.
Wait, who? The Robert Rushala and Jose
Yes.
Yeah, I have that for the next fight as well.
Oh, well. Let's do the Thomas Peterson Guilherme Pat first,
All right.
I guess. I'm going Guilherme Pat on this. He's 6-0, undefeated. Seems like a problem. He's got a crazy build for heavyweight.
I want to pick,
but
yeah, I want to pick Thomas Peterson, but every time I start to like get on the train, right, the Thomas the Train Peterson or whatever his nickname is, he gets beat up. So give me Guillermo Pat.
Josh?
Yeah, heavyweights of the apex are unpredictable. One overhand right, and it's good night nurse. Expect heavy breathing, wild swings, and probably the most entertaining 30 seconds of the night if someone lands clean. These dudes hit like trucks with expired brakes.
Trains.
I'm going Guilherme Pat too.
Okay. Now for our first fight on the main card, supposedly at 145, we have Robert Ruchala taking on Jose Delano. Both these guys don't have much experience in the UFC at all. Um, Delano has one contender series fight, went to decision with Manuel Esposita, and it was a great fight. Robert Ruchala, on the other hand, is 0-1 in the UFC. No contender series, just came straight from KSW. Fought William Gomez, lost a decision back in September. So this is kind of one of those pick 'em fights. I believe Delano has a bit more experience, and so I'll have to go with Delano. Delano has a victory. Delano has a few good victories in here. I think got to go with him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Delano's just more of a complete mixed martial artist. I think he can get it done everywhere. Whereas I think Rushala really relies on that Polish power, wants to step on your toes and throw nukes. And Delano can bang with the best of them. In all honesty, give me Delano.
Yep. George.
Did you say Milano?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Tommy McMillan.
That's the next fight.
That's the next fight.
I don't have that
This
one.
We said Delano, Robert
Sorry,
Ruchala,
so-
and Jose Delano.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go Rushala.
But very good pick in the next one at 45 at 145. Tommy McMillan and Manalo Zucchini.
Zucchini.
Yeah, sure. Bless you. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
I'm going with Tommy Guns, dog.
Yeah, same.
No
He
brainer.
can. He's got the fucking GTA Infinite Ammo cheat tattooed on his arm. What could go wrong? We're picking him.
Yep.
He's also Sugar Sean O'Malley's teammate, and he's been with the Red Hawk team his entire career. He's super talented, and he carries massive power. He's like, think bigger O'Malley. Not as
Yeah.
fast, though. He's a little slower than Sean.
Okay.
The trade-off is the power, though.
This next fight is going to be a fun one. At 135, we have the undefeated Rafael Estevam, 14-0, taking on the Professor Finessa, Ethan Ewing. I want to go with the Professor.
Yeah.
I like what I saw out of him last time. I'm
For the
jumping
same
on this hype train.
Yeah, for the same reason I'm picking Lando is why I'm picking Ethan Ewing, because I want to be a fan of him. He's a complete striker. He's got the full MMA game. Sure, he's a union safety guy, which he might not be fun to go hang out with after work. He might be kind of a tool, but he can fight his ass off. I know the animal that is in front of him, though. Estevam is an absolute murderous just machine. And Ethan's got his work cut out for him, but I think if he gets past this, he gets a big fight next, and I think he does well with it.
Yeah, I agree. George?
I think Estevam gets our get back for Malcolm.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. It's possible. It is absolutely possible.
He's good. He's fucking good.
Yeah, he's real good. All right. Next up at 205, we have Brendison Ribeiro taking on Abdul Rahman Yakhayev. I'm going with Abdul on this one.
Yeah, he's more complete. Brandon Ribeiro is going to throw big punches until he's tired, and he's going to shoot sloppy shots, man, when he gets tired or when he gets tagged. I don't think that he uses his jiu-jitsu like he should. I've always said that. And I think Abdul has the whole game down, so give me Abdul.
Yep.
Yeah, Abdul as well. He's an undefeated prospect, and he's going to keep on rolling.
He's not going to be there to be hit either, and Brandison's going to be throwing nukes that are going to be swinging and missing, and those big old gym muscles are going to be wore out early.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Rob Schneider versus Baby shark doo 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 doo.
It's me, Jessica.
At 115 in our co-main, Vierna Zhirzdova taking on Tabitha Ricci. I feel like both you guys are going to go Vierna on this, aren't you?
Well, yes. Tabitha Ricci is Callum Walsh's girlfriend, so she might be really good at boxing. But Callum Walsh and his team don't know shit about jiu-jitsu, and Virna Jandiroba is pretty fucking good at it. So, and Virna can bang too, bro. She can throw them things. So, I look for Virna to be smart and apply the pressure super early and get Tabitha Ricci down. And
here's the issue:
Tabitha be tapping.
Ricci is a judo black belt who
Okay.
used to compete in judo. Getting her down is difficult.
Well, that fence that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, that does help.
If you
I'm
run
going
into that
Tabitha
fence,
Ricci. I think her judo is going to play a big factor. Vierna's good. She's got one eye on you and one eye on your corner the whole time, so she knows what your plan is.
You know whose judo didn't help her against a Brazilian either? Ronda Rousey, and she was way better at judo than Tabitha Ricci.
Yeah, she was not better at the other parts, and that's what fucked her over.
And that's fair. It's fair.
The striking was her downfall. Tabitha Ricci's striking is great.
It's super good, but I look for Virna to put her against the fence and shoot a nasty single.
Okay. George?
She's got to win one. I'm going Virna.
She gonna get it.
What is he talking about? I'm trying to read what was left in the chat for us.
Oh, I'm
Dana
on my
versus
phones.
Media. Adam said that the best fight of the entire night for the fight card last night was Dana versus the Media.
Oh, I haven't seen the presser, but I bet it was good.
All right, let's move on to our main event. At 155, we have Renato Moicano taking on the easy money, Chris Duncan. I said that, but I don't think Chris Duncan's such easy money. That boy a problem. Here's the thing. I don't think his jiu-jitsu is as good as Moicano's. And I think he relies on his jiu-jitsu a lot. But I think his striking is leagues above. And I think his striking can help knock Moicano's grappling down to his level.
You think Chris Duncan's striking is better than Renato Moicano's striking?
Yeah, I said it.
The guy that went 5 rounds on 2 days' notice with RDA, mostly in a striking fight.
Yeah.
The guy who smacked the shit out of Islam Makhachev with a cross hook and almost set him down. Do you think Chris Duncan
strangled in the same round?
I didn't say that has nothing to do with striking.
No, you're right. But I don't think
he not one thing to do.
I don't think he cracked him that hard.
He lit him up. I don't think
he made Islam worried that he was about to get put out.
Oh, I don't think Chris Duncan. I think if these two guys kickbox, Renato really makes Duncan. It's because it's a speed and frame thing, right? Chris Duncan is an absolute unit. If he hits you, it's fucking curtains. I will give you that. He's a tank. His boxing, really good. He struggles checking that calf kick, and he struggles with movement. Renato Moicano is a lot of things, but mostly a student of the game. Look at how he fought Benoit Saint Denis with a separated shoulder. He knew Benoit Saint Denis was going to throw that body kick, and he waited for Benoit to throw the body kick so he could take him down, and he finished him. Now,
the Benoit Saint Denis fight was different. I'll give you that. That one was great.
With the shoulder and with the shoulder injury, right? And I think a lot of the fights that led up to him getting that fight with Benoit, the short notice fight with Islam, you have to take that fight if you're a guy at 155, right? If they come in the back and they're like, hey, man, this fight fell off, the guy doesn't want to make weight or couldn't make weight. Will you fight for the belt? You're not going to say fucking no, but you're not going to be ready for Islam. You know what I mean? That's a different thing.
Yep.
He did well with what he worked with. And then, I don't know. I think Renato Moicano, he's getting up there in age, but I think he's still got a few things left to give the sport. And I think he's going to do something super cool against Chris Duncan Saturday night.
I hope he does. I'm rooting for Moicano. I'm going with Chris Duncan. This
I
is
like
my
Chris
one.
Duncan too, though.
This is the one I'm not going with my heart.
I'm
All right.
probably equally as a fan of both guys.
Oh, George, what do you think?
I think I'm going with Chris Duncan. Money Moicano has not been money lately.
I'm riding with you, Moicano. Show me the money. Show me the shoey, boys. I'll do a
No.
shoey for Moicano.
Give me just a second, guys.
No, we not. Enough with the shoey. Is you're taking the charm off. You need to save it for special occasions.
Hey,
Like
Moicano fucking puts out Duncan. That's a special occasion to me.
to that lovely person in law enforcement, don't buy this man a Six or a Stella. He just be out here saying stuff now.
He was a great person. That guy was a fine service member of the community.
He was a great officer, the best officer.
He sure was. When I turned around and he didn't arrest me, I thought he was the best.
All right. Well, that is it for the preview for next week. I have one thing I want to talk about. Do you guys have anything you want to?
Oh
No.
no.
Okay. So we have a full fight card for the next Netflix MMA card now. The Rousey Gina Carano.
I saw.
I just would like to cover it. Somebody I was getting confused for is on this card.
Who's that?
Eileen Pereira.
Yeah. Who's she fighting?
Jade Mason Wong.
Well, bless you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A chick that's been doing bare knuckle boxing.
That's not going to help her.
She had a split decision loss to Christina Ferreira.
Hey, that's actually
yeah.
That's pretty good. But you know what? Christina Ferreira didn't kick her in the calf. She has the same calf kick Alex Pereira does.
Yeah.
She is Alex Pereira at like 115 or 25 pounds. Yeah. She also looks like him, so I can't imagine she has a boyfriend.
We've got UFC vet Chris Avila.
Chris Avila?
Yeah.
He's one of the Scrap Pack, the Diaz brothers. Taking on who?
Brandon Jenkins.
I don't know who that is.
He also fought in the UFC briefly, and he fought in Karate Combat more recently. I'm just gonna cover like the good ones. This is a great one. This is one of the fights I'm looking forward to the most, and I think gonna be the most active and best one to watch. At 125, we have Mohamed Mokaev taking on Adriano Moraes.
Yes, dude, I saw that. That's going to be a fun fight. I think Moraes gets him, dog.
I think so too. I lit up with joy when I saw that fight. I was like, oh my gosh, we have a guy that knocked out Mighty Mouse, the only person to ever knock out Mighty Mouse.
And here's the thing, it's an MVP production, so the fucking drug testing is going to be an IQ test. And Moraes is going to come in on all the fucking stuff.
It's going to be Pride style, where at the top it says, "We do not test."
Yeah, dog. What happened with Gable Steveson and Junior Dos Anjos?
That was never real.
Oh, it wasn't real?
No, it wasn't real.
Well, I didn't want to see Gabe or Dos Anjos. You know, he's my boy. But I was wondering if, I think he would have lost. But I
think he might have fucked up Gable. I think that would have been too early for Gable.
Oh yeah, but he's old now, and he got Kane. Kane took a lot out of that man.
But if what we just said is true, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's fair.
Look at what happened to old Vitor. when he did some TRT.
No, yes, that's fucking facts. Yeah, if you get Junior Dos Santos sauced up, that's fucking not
Woo!
good.
No, thank you.
I will
Yeah,
have zero
he
of
is
that,
on the
please.
card though.
Who's he fighting?
Rebelis Despan.
Oh
Rebelis
no!
Despagne. Yeah,
Oh
that one.
no!
The guy that's been fucking killing people in
He just
karate combat.
murdered Sam
Sam
Alvey.
Alvey. Yeah, he did.
Sam's
Head
balls
kicked
are
him into
bigger than his
oblivion.
brain. Sam's
Mhm.
like, shit, I'll fight that guy. I'm a warrior.
Who else we have on this? Kenneth Cross and Saladin
good.
Bernice.
Kenneth Cross is a South Carolina guy. He's super good.
This next one is going to be so much fun too. Lorenz Larkin and Jason Jackson.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. That's a great welterweight fight. That could be a welterweight fight in the UFC right now.
For sure. Then you got Diaz Perry on there.
I was just about to say Diaz and Mike Perry, Nate Diaz, Mike Perry. And then co-maining is Francis Ngannou and poor Philip Lins. And then
Dumbass.
obviously Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano. Hey man, Philip's gonna get that bag. You know what's crazy though?
And CTE.
Philip's last fight was at 205
Yeah, I know.
against Ion Cutelaba.
Yeah. Yep.
This is
that.
rough. Yeah.
And he didn't do so hot against Cutelaba.
No, he also lost the decision to fucking Arvlovsky and then Tanner Bozier back in 2020.
Hey, you put some respect on Bozier's name.
I'm just saying those
That
two
kid's
heavyweights
beast.
aren't as terrifying as Francis Ngannou.
Fair.
But this card happens May 16th, and there's a lot of time in between now and then. So some of these fights could fall off. Some more fights could get put on. Who knows? People could get replaced. Anything can happen between now and then. So I hope that this stays, and I really like this card. I think it's a good card. I don't think it's like everybody's making it out to be the best card, and it's outdoing everything the UFC is going to put out. No,
Well,
it's a
also,
great card.
you can do, if you only do one event a year, you can do these.
You can ball out, yeah.
But you cannot do 13 of those a year. You cannot. You just
Finding
can't.
the superstars to do it is hard.
You're going to make. So what they've done is they've taken every name that they've signed and just put them on one card, which is cool. But these people are going to take 6 months to a year off after this. Then what?
Yeah. Yep. All right. That is all I have. Did you guys?
This is it for me,
to,
my friends.
Add in.
Nope.
This is no from George. All right. Well, appreciate it, guys. Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
Yay, we're off.
All right.